One question that keeps coming up, especially for folks that are relocating to the Omaha area, is about the flooding situation. They want to know whether or not the property is in a floodplain. Well, that's going to be the subject of today's video, and I'm going to throw in a few tips on how to keep water out of your basement. And we're going to get started right now. Hi, my name is David Matney with Nebraska Realty. I'm a local realtor here in Omaha, Nebraska. Now let's jump into today's topic. Now, eastern Nebraska has made the national news lately, especially in the past couple of years. In 2011, we had the Missouri River flood, and then in 2019, we had the Elkhorn and Platte River flooding in western Douglas County. And then just last year, we had parts of downtown Omaha experience flash flooding after 3 inches of rain. In June of 1964, Omaha experienced a 100-year storm that dumped 7 inches of rain in a 2-day period that flooded the Papillion Creek watershed, and it resulted in the deaths of 7 people. Now, in order to control flooding along the Papillion Creek, the state legislature created the PAPIO-MISSOURI River NRD in 1972. The PAPIO-NRD constructed dam sites along the Papillion Creek to control flooding. Many of these dam sites, like Glen Cunningham, Standing Bear Lake, Lake Zorinsky, Chaco Hills, Walnut Creek, were all constructed to help control flooding along the Papillion Creek. Today, these areas offer great places to hike, fish, picnic, and go boating. If you like biking, the city has biking trails along the Papio Creek connecting many of these recreation areas. If you would like to know which areas of the city are prone to flooding or would like access to flood map information, I'll leave a link in the description below. If you're going to be making an offer on a home, you may want to contact your insurance provider to see if flood insurance is required. Also, when you're looking at a home, don't forget to use your sense of smell. If you smell a musty basement, that could be a sign of water intrusion or mold in the basement. Since we're on the subject of basements and water, I'll mention a few home maintenance items to help you keep water out of your basement. Just because your home is not located in a floodplain doesn't mean you're necessarily going to escape water in your basement. For example, make sure the grading around your foundation slopes away from the foundation. Now, with gutters and downspouts, make sure that gutters are clear of debris and that downspouts are connected to prevent water from intruding into your basement. Here's another flooding issue. It's a type of flooding, and that's going to be raw sewage. One inspection that gets overlooked is a sewer scope inspection of the main sewer line. If you're buying a home in an older neighborhood with mature hardwood trees, one thing you may want to consider is getting a sewer scope of the main sewer line, because what can happen is you'll buy an older home and there'll be tree roots are in that main line that will block that main line, and then you move in, run a load of laundry, take a shower, and next thing you know, you have raw sewage in your basement. It's just a good idea to have a sewer scope done. It costs you about $200, but if you have to replace that main sewer line, that can set you back anywhere up to $10,000 or more. And here's another issue that many people will overlook, especially if they're coming in from a warmer climate, and they'll forget to disconnect their garden hose from the hose bib in the fall. If you forget to do that and then the water freezes, what's going to happen is that first day of spring when the weather warms up, you're going to have a basement full of water.